Hey guys, so we made this cute little box, this window shadow wall hanging box thing. I still don't know what to call it. And I was going to do the embellishing next, but because I already got my flowers out. They're so pretty. But I decided I would wait to do the embellishment of the box until I did what I was going to do on the inside. So I've decided I was going to make kind of like a version of the mini album that goes in the medium keepsake box. Okay, so we're using the medium keepsake box and mini album printable templates. I will link everything that I use or try to in the description box below. And I think what I'm going to do, I've also got this paper line. Oops, Post-it notes. This is Blush from Blue Fern Studios. I think it's Blush. I'm pretty sure it's Blush. I used it a long time ago in another set of videos. Yes, it's Blush, but I have a whole bunch of it, so I thought it would look really pretty with this kind of look I got going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, this is like a poster board weight. I'm not even sure what this is or where it came from, but it's very light and flimsy. I think it is poster board. I'm not sure. I think poster board's white on both sides, but you could use like a cereal box or, you know, recycle something like that. Whoa, it kind of went out of focus. But anyway, so I'm going to use this to keep it lightweight because this is going to be hanging on the wall. So I'm going to use these two papers to cover it. So what I'm going to do is instead of having a piece together album cover, I'm going to have it as one solid piece. So on page 1 of the album for the medium keepsake box, I'm going to need both of those pieces. And I think I'm going to, I don't guess it really matters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the album cover down. Oh wait, oh no, I was like, is this the mat? Gosh. Okay, with my family being home, I'm kind of discombobulated. So I'm just going to lay that down, and then I'm going to trace around it. Whoa. You don't have to be super precise because I'm going to shabby this up a little bit. Let's see if I did it even. There we go. And then I'm going to take the spine and I'm going to lay it right next to it. Not even going to worry about leaving any space in between. And then I'm going to take the cover piece again and I'm going to put it on this side. Whoop. Got off there. I sharpened my pencil. Did y'all see that? Yay, go me. Okay. So I'm going to trace this out like that. And then that's what you're left with. So then I'm just going to trim it out. This is my Fiskars Precision Heavy Duty Paper Trimmer, and it cuts through this just fine. See, this is not thick at all. Let's see here. Set that aside. I don't think we'll need that. And then trim this piece off here. Okay. So then what I want to do is I want to score this on the lines that I made. I'm going to press pretty hard. So this is a Martha Stewart scoreboard. And this is a Martha Stewart bone folder. Well, I didn't do a very good job of tracing. It's all cattywonk looking. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to score those exact same lines just to be sure that I got it good. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and burnish it. Just like that. Okay, so now we've got the beginnings of our album cover. I might end up just having to do a voiceover. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we're just going to cover this edge to edge with the pattern paper. So I am going to start with the outside of the cover, and I'm going to go ahead and use this score tape. This is the 3/8 of an inch score tape that I accidentally bought. So I'm going to cover, I'm not going to cover. I am going to go around all the edges. I'm Might as well just go all the way down. So now I'm just going to cover all of this space that doesn't have any tape on it. I'm just going to cover it with this Fabri-Tac. And then I'm going to use this one as my cover. So now I just need to figure out where I'm going to lay it down at. I think I might lay it down at the bottom here. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to try to match up that bottom corner best I can. Just like that. And then I'm going to burnish it down. I'm going to flip it over, burnish it this way. Now I'm going to trim off the excess. This is my craft knife, my Martha Stewart craft knife. And I'm just going to trim all the way around. Taking my time. So that'll be our front cover. So now I'm going to gently bend it. I probably should have bent it before, but like I said, I'm going to distress the edges a little bit. Yeah, this paper is breaking just a little bit, but it's okay because this is going to be distressed all the way around, so it's totally fine. Okay. Now before I do the inside, I'm going to do my closure. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to run ribbon from the inside of the book coming out the outside of the book. So I'm going to find my center. I'm just going to put a dot, because then I'm going to turn it around this way. And I'm going to make a slice. It's just going to be a 1/2 inch of a slice. But I'm going to go through both layers. So let me see. There. You can't really tell, but there's the slice. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Hello? What do you have? Oh. I thought you had a bag. I'm recording, but I'm going to have to do a voiceover because there's no way y'all are going to be quiet enough to...
I just whipped Dad's work truck onto the side of the on the curb, like I was, and then he pulled the boat up next to the house, and then I whipped the work truck back where it goes. I'm like, I'm good like that.
You're good like that. It's all right, baby. I'm gonna have to do a voiceover because there's no way y'all are gonna be quiet enough. The dog is gonna bark, and it's fine.
I was going to tell him I didn't know he was going to run in the house.
That's okay.
I thought we were working on the boat.
That's okay.
So, I'm sorry about that. I didn't catch him in time. I was doing a little bit of work in between. Come on outside, youngin. Are we hungry yet, family?
Y'all didn't grab something while y'all was out?
No. He got him some Werther's Originals while we was at the Waterfall.
Oh, wow.
Do you have the pins? Where are they at? Let's take them up there and do any, money, mo, grab a tiger by a stove. If he hollers, make them pay how much every day, Lane? That's right. Huh? Did you know he knew that?
What? $50 every day?
That's right. Did you know he knew that?
No.
Did you teach him?
Probably.
He's becoming a man of the world.
So was Zoe out or was she with
He
him?
was in the bedroom. Yeah. Lane was really nervous about me going next door and confronting the neighbors.
Lane doesn't like confrontation.
I don't either. Me neither, my lady.
Let's do it on the camera.
Oh, y'all got pins.
Lane picked them out. One of them could be a winner. Which one is it going to be?
All of them, so it doesn't matter.
There is coupons in there. The coupon is for...
Oh! Boom! Looky, looky!
Told you.
That's awesome!
There you go.
Let me see yours. Let's compare.
That's how you do it right there.
Let's show everybody.
Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go.
Lady Crave, the Wingstop.
Gold
Dixie
pin
Highway, there's a
registration
Wingstop.
card. Look at me go.
Kroger Italian bread
Woo!
coupon. We know we want that one.
Here you go. I'll have to leave that in. I'll have to share that with the world.
There you go.
Man,
That's
you
how you
don't
do
even-
it.
I didn't even check my coupons.
Damn it! I wish I would have got one like that.
What?
Hey, I picked fair and square.
Mike Lenning's coupon. Mom, you hit the jackpot.
I did.
I don't know what you get with your going, but I'd keep it forever.
Right.
There's probably instructions on one of these.
Well, let's see what you do with the gold piece first. Then we'll talk.
As soon as you're done reading some of this stuff. Or it might be in here. Or it might be clipped to your pen. The wonderful things to do. Or register your code.
Plus, find a gold pin for a chance to win a new Honda CR-V.
That's a car.
I don't know. Mom?
Huh?
You're getting a Honda CR-V?
Hey, I just have to register it. I don't have to turn it in.
There you go.
Oh, free to every class.
Okay, so I'm doing the exact same thing on this side as I did on the front side. Except right here, I'm gonna make sure I get where I got that little bit there. Get on that seam binding. Okay. Alright, and this is the paper I'm going to use for the inside. Isn't it pretty? There's the back side. I love those little hearts when it's a little upside down. But I think I want to keep those hearts. I'm going to use this part because I want to keep those hearts. I might use them. Alright, so I'm going to flip this over. And I'm going to line it up. Got to make sure it's the right way. I'm going to line it up on the edge. Like that. And I'm going to smoosh. See where I ripped it. Can't believe I did that. I need to get some glue up under there or something. See, that should have made a bigger slit, probably. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this out just like I did the other one, or the other side. There's really not a whole lot of purple in this paper line, but I've got a lot of purple flowers and stuff, so I thought I'm using it. I'm using it because I like the purple. And I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Okay, so now then I'm going to, once again, I'm going to find my, there it is. I'm just going to burnish this really good right here. Make sure I'm bending at the right space. There we go. There we go. So I'm just going to be gentle about it. Just going to work on it a little bit at a time. It's become much more stiff now that I've added that second layer. Whoa. I guess it would be the third. And since I've used wet glue, it's bending that board a little bit, and that's okay. Totally fine. See how it's ripping? That's good because I'm going to do that distressing to the edge all the way around, so it'll be just fine. I can't believe I did that. What a ding dong head. So before I distress the edges, I am going to go around all of the edges with some archival ink and coffee with my Tim Holtz blending tool. And I'm just going to go around the edges like this. Just grunge it up a little bit. What? See, that doesn't bother me at all. I'm totally gonna like the finished look, so. Oh, I need to do the inside. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get my Zutter Distress It All back out, and I'm going to go along all of these edges. I'm going to try to keep this out of the way and distress the edges. So I'm going to turn it on. So that's what I end up getting. Looks pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of it off camera because that was pretty loud. Okay, so now I've done all the edges. I'm thinking it's looking pretty cool. Let me go ahead and tie it and do like a little test inside my box just to see what it looks like. So this is the idea, that you just use this to tie a bow. I left too much again, but that's okay. You can always trim that. So here's our box. So it's going to go in there. See, that's too much seam binding, but that's okay. So far, it looks like that. Pretty cool. So I think when we embellish the covers of the album, we need to play off of that for the box as well. So, okay. Alright, so next up, we're going to do the pages. And I'm thinking I'm just going to do like a waterfall thing on each side just to keep it lightweight. So where's it at? Page number 6. I printed this out 4 times onto the pattern cardstock. So I've already prepared all the other ones, all the 3 other ones. And what we're going to do is we're going to trim this out and we're going to cut them in half and we're going to use them as like a waterfall. So this is page 6. So I printed it out 4 times. Okay, so what we're going to need to get rid of these long sides. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Just go ahead and trim them both out. So basically what we're going to get is 4 waterfall flip pages out of each page. So there's going to be 7 on each side, I think. Does that make sense? I think I wrote it down. I don't know. The boy's coming home and messing with me. It's got me discombobulated again, like I said. Okay. So one of these, I'm going to leave this flap on here because I'm going to use a punch. And I'll explain that in a minute. So I just need to figure out which one I'm going to do that with. I'm going to do it with this one. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to trim this edge off. And I'm going to trim this off. And this side off. Like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm not even going to cut those little corners off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it directly in half. So this piece is, let's see, 6.5. What is how this is? This piece is 7. So I'm going to do 3.5, like that. So now I've got 2 pieces. And with this one, I'm going to leave that on there. So I'm going to flip this around and do 3.5 again. Like that. So I'm going to leave that like that. So the next thing we want to do is we want to score these edges. Where's my bone folder? Not edges. We need to score this line here on all 4 pieces. And like I said, I've already done the other 3 pages, so I don't even know if I've printed out the right amount. It's okay. I'll figure it out. If I have to print another one off, I will. Okay, so then I'm just going to burnish it on both ways because I'm not sure which way everything's going to go. Because we're going to have to flip them around. So what I want to do with this piece is, this is what it's going to end up looking like. And the reason for that is this is going to be the bottom piece of the waterfall. So when it's attached down right there, for example, when you flip it up, you'll see that pretty design versus just a straight line. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I went ahead and left that piece there. So that's what I'm going to do to this one. And the punch that I'm using is, it says embroidery punch. This is an EK Success, and it says embroidery. It's pretty big. It's a deep punch, but I like it. It's pretty. So I'm just going to put this in here and try to get it center. This is a hard punch to punch. I don't know why, but I can't get enough pressure. That first cut is the hard. It's a doozy. Okay. Come on. Well, it's like not wanting to go in there. So then you just match it up to punch, you know, and to punch the next one. I don't know why it wouldn't go in there. That was acting weird, and I didn't get it straight. Oh well, it's fine. And so then what we want to do is we want to ink all of the edges on both sides. I need to get a new thing. It's flaking off. Like this. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all of these pieces, and then I will be back. Okay, so everything is all inked up and ready to go, and now I'm going to distress just the bottom edges of these in this machine, my Zutter. Bind it all. Ooh, I just noticed some of these are different. Ooh, I didn't do a very good job of cutting them. Oh well, it'll be fine. And if you don't want to do them all together like that, sometimes it doesn't get the edges very well. And just go back. I just think it looks really cool. Alright, so here's my pile of all of the other ones that I've cut and prepared. So basically now I just need to figure out what order I want them to go into. So I know this is a bottom. I know this is a bottom and this is a bottom. Let's see, am I going to do it this way or this way? I think I'll do it this way. Okay, so those are both bottoms. So now I'm just going to play with an order sequence and we'll go from there. Okay, so I think this is the order in which I'm going to have my waterfall. But I think I was going to do, because you know, these are probably going to flip up. Like they won't stay down flat. So I was going to do like a tie closure, but I forgot about that when I was making my cover. So now I need to like come up with something to close it. Now I can put the ribbon underneath the top one of each one, but then the bottom one is the one I'm not sure about. So I need to think about that for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I figured out what I'm going to do. I just took some scraps from the cover pieces and cut them down. I think it's an 1.5 inch piece. Punched them, and I think I'll have those at the very bottom so I can hide the ribbon underneath there, so that we can have a closure. That's what I'm going to do. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go put score tape on every single piece. Just on that flap. I'm not closing it. I'm not doing it, you know, I'm just putting them. So I'm just going to go through like this and put them on every piece, just on one side that's going to be attached down to the cover. And then I'm going to run a piece on the bottom of this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got score tape on everything. I did have to use a 1/4 inch on these two and on the ones that are going to be on the bottom because there just wasn't enough space. So I'm going to add some score tape to the top here because this is where I'm going to add that piece of ribbon. So I want to make sure that, or the seam binding, I mean. So I want to make sure that it has something to hold on to here. And I'm going to use that same color. Why not? So let me take off the backing on this. And I'm going to cut this straight. And I'm just going to, I should have found the center first. Let me find the center. Okay. So here's the center. Glad I checked. So I'm just literally just going to attach it right there. That's it. Okay, and let me do this side over here too. Okay, so I've got these in piles. Let me just move this. I've got these in piles exactly in the right order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top one and I'm going to remove the backing of the tape. I'm going to flip it up underneath itself and then I'm going to attach it down. So I need to try to see if I can get over top of here and get this in the middle as best I can. It's not going to be super crucial. Oh yeah, I did pretty good. So I'm going to push that down really good. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Take the first one, remove this backing. You could totally use that glue stick trick for this as well. I'm just going to try to see if I can get it even with the other one. Good enough. Oh, you can see a little bit of the score tape right there. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so we got our first two oh, I forgot to ink that one. Well, shoot. See if I can go back and just skim the top here. There we go. Okay, so now we got our first two. Easy enough, right? So then what we're going to do in our next one, we're going to remove the backing. And then we're just gonna line it up to this edge right here. So we're gonna line this edge up to that edge, like that. And hopefully we got it straight. It's a little crooked. And now here's where I should be using my glue stick. It's a good thing I didn't press hard. Oh. Sophie, that's enough. Sorry about that. She's just now noticed the boys were outside, so she's probably upset. Okay, so I am going to use my glue stick. And I think I should have probably started at the bottom and worked my way up. I think it would have worked easier. So that one worked out pretty good. So now we got 2, boop, boop, right? So I'm just going to continue to do that all the way down. How about I just show you one side and then I'll do the other side off camera. How about that? I didn't realize there was 2 pinks there, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. Oh, that's pretty good. So I'm going to go work all the way down this side here, just adding them, button right up next to that other piece. I'm using my glue stick. And before I press it down, I'm going to make sure that it's all straight, and it's pretty good. Whoops. Here's my garbage bucket. I'm going to get it closer to me. You know, I'm wondering if I've got too many pages. Let's see. 1. I do. I have 1 too many pages. So, with that being said, I'm going to take one out. I'm going to take one out. Okay. Which is fine. So I have 2 pages too many. And that's totally fine. But I still had to print off 4 pages to get the right amount. And then here's the base, the bottom one. I'm going to remove this. And same thing. I'm going to line that up. Just like that. Oh, I didn't even check. Pressed it down. So now I've got that, right? So it's a nice little waterfall. You see how it's not going to stay down? That's why I have to have a closure. Okay, so I'm going to stick this one down here, but before I do, I am going to add a little bit of seam binding at the bottom there. So where's my tape at? Let me grab my tape, add a little piece down here. I think I'll go ahead and add it on the other side too. Just 'cause. Alright, remove the backing. I have to find my center again. I'm pretty sure I know right around about where's my seam binding. Same thing, I'm just going to tack it down right there. You're not gonna, I better straighten that out. You're not gonna see this end, so I'll cut that off. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. All right, now I'm gonna put this down, remove the backing. And I'm going to line it up as best I can, like that. Smoosh it. Give it a good burnish. So then, to keep it closed, all we have to do is tie a bow. See, I think the purple looks pretty, even though there's not a single purple color in the paper line, I think it looks good. It looks like, you know, spring Easter colors. So it's gonna look like that. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing over here, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now I got both sides done. How adorable is that, right? So I did tie them, and I did trim the edges off, but it's just so cute. Look at that. All those cute, and you just add whatever you want, a little picture or whatnot. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how much embellishing I think I'm gonna do on the inside. I really don't know. So I think what I'll do is I will save the embellishing for the next video. The embellishing for the covers and even for the box. So we'll just see. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie this back up real quick, and then I'm gonna put it in the box so you guys can see what it looks like. It's so cute. And then this one, tie a little bow right here. Can you believe I ripped that cover? I'm just amazed at the stuff. I don't want it to look like that. That doesn't look good. So I'm gonna do another bow like that. Okay, so then it goes in here like that. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. And it's still not flopping out. See? Oh, it will if you turn it upside down. So I think it's gonna hold. It's doing a pretty good job. Just don't turn it upside down. I still might have to add a magnet or two, but we'll see. So that's looking super cute so far. Yay! I like it. Awesome. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already by hitting this little button over here, and be sure to check out the other videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.